Welcome back to OKC Thunder Insider, your home for the latest Thunder news. I'm your insider, and let's get into today's update. Don't forget to like, subscribe to OKC Thunder Insider, and drop your take in the comments. Let me know what you think and share this with a fellow Thunder fan. The Oklahoma City Thunder might be dealing with what some people would call a championship hangover, and yet somehow it doesn't seem to matter at all. On Tuesday night, OKC put together one of those performances that should raise alarms across the league. The Thunder were without All-NBA star Jalen Williams. They missed nearly 75% of their three-point attempts. They played 11 different players, almost as if they were experimenting in real time. They were out-rebounded by 14, and still they walked away with a win over a team that will absolutely be competing in the Western Conference. That matters, because whether or not the other 29 teams want to admit it, the Oklahoma City Thunder have officially reached Goliath status. This is no longer a team that needs perfect conditions to win. This is a team that can survive chaos, absorb pressure, and still impose its will. Their reign, if this is the beginning of one, will not be swift, and it will not be painless. Beating the Thunder, even in what should be ordinary regular season games, is becoming a grueling task, and this wasn't a one-off performance. The Thunder continued to show that they have an almost endless number of ways to win basketball games. Against Houston, it wasn't hot shooting. It was defense, discipline, and disruption. OKC forced 22 turnovers, repeatedly took the ball out of the opponent's hands, and dictated the pace of the game. Kevin Durant finished with 23 points, but at no point did it feel like he controlled the action. That's not an accident, that's design. OKC constantly changed defensive looks, adjusted matchups, and kept the other team guessing. All of this happened while the Thunder were missing a key star and shooting poorly from deep. That's not luck. That's a system that works even when conditions are far from ideal. This is often the quiet beginning of a dynasty, when a team is expected to win every night regardless of injuries, shooting variance, or lineup changes. And when that team expects itself to win under those same conditions, that's how something special starts to form. The target is now firmly on OKC's back, but if anything, that pressure seems to sharpen them rather than slow them down. We've already seen signs of this mindset earlier in the season. The Thunder put together a franchise record winning streak that forced the league to pay attention. Even when that streak ended, it took a near perfect performance from an opponent to stop them. Losses don't derail this team, they refine it. And even in games where OKC doesn't come out on top, the signs are still there. Gilgeous-Alexander continues to play at a superstar level, putting up elite scoring numbers while maintaining control of the offense. Jalen Williams, when healthy, remains one of the most versatile two-way players in the league. Chet Holmgren anchors the defense and changes the geometry of the floor every time he's on it. But what really separates this team is everything that happens beyond the stars. One moment that flew under the radar on opening night involved rookie Brooks Barnhizer. If you blinked, you may have missed his minutes, but he did see the floor, and head coach Mark Daigneault was clear about why. Barnhizer earned it. His preseason performance mattered. That may seem small, but it's actually massive. The Thunder have developed a reputation as one of the best talent development organizations in the NBA, and this is exactly how that reputation is built. A second-round pick performs well in preseason, and he's rewarded with real minutes. No politics, no hesitation, just trust in preparation. This approach mirrors what we saw during the Golden State Warriors dynasty, where Steve Kerr consistently trusted non-traditional rotation players and rewarded readiness over reputation. Under Mark Daigneault, OKC has embraced that same philosophy. They are willing to experiment, willing to trust young players, and willing to adjust on the fly. And that's why they're dangerous. The Thunder win games when they seemingly have no reason to. They experiment without fear, and when the moment calls for it, they can completely overwhelm teams in the blink of an eye. Those might not always be the loudest signs of dominance, but they are some of the most important ones. There's also something else happening here, something harder to quantify. This team has belief. They play with the confidence of a group that expects to figure things out no matter what's thrown at them. Injuries don't rattle them. It all for today. Let meet for the next more pleasant news with you, one and only OKC Thunder insider about our team, OKC Thunders. Even Brandon Rahbar, the well-known OKC Thunderbeat writer, pointed this out on social media. Rahbar tweeted Mark Daigneault's explanation for why Brooks Barnhizer saw minutes on opening night, quoting the coach directly, "Barnhizer's preseason. He's got some real stuff we value." It was a brief moment, but a telling one. Cold shooting doesn't panic them. Adversity doesn't fracture them. That kind of mental toughness is usually built over years, not months. And yet, OKC already has it. Around the league, front offices and analysts are starting to shift their tone. This is no longer framed as a rebuild or a feel-good young story. This is a long-term problem for everyone else. Statistically, OKC continues to post elite offensive and defensive efficiency numbers, even with lineup changes and rotating roles. They adapt faster than most teams can prepare for. This is what happens when talent meets structure, and structure meets patience. So when you zoom out and look at the bigger picture, the message becomes clear. The Thunder are not just winning, they are building something sustainable, something repeatable, something that doesn't depend on perfect nights or favorable matchups. They're deeper than expected, they're smarter than advertised, and they're far more dangerous than most teams want to admit. It all for today. See for the next pleasant new of our favorite team. Am leaving you with this song. Please enjoy it. Much love.